hereby grant myself the permission not to be strong all of the time. I also grant myself the permission not to be soft all of the time. I'm allowed to just simply be. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So Christmas is almost there and I'm so excited. It's really the only time this year that I'm actually excited for something. It's a good time and I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed that I can spend it with my family, well, my mom and my sister. So in this video I would like to tell you and read my notes that I've been writing down for quite a long time now, and I myself struggle to write down things and understand my mind many times, but I've been trying to do it more often so I can get better at understanding my feelings and how I feel towards things and why do I feel the way that I do. And just like many other people, me, I struggled a lot with self-confidence and accepting my feelings, especially throughout this year. And I feel like many people out there need to be more understood, need to feel understood, and this is what this video is about. It's about everything that I want to tell myself, keep reminding myself as time goes by, and it's what I want to tell others so they feel less lonely and more understood. And in this video I will be including some verses from the Bible that I take into my life every day. I like to remind myself of many things that the Bible says. It helps me in times of despair. It helps me when I'm happy. I'm a Christian. I'm still on the way to get to know the word better. It's all a journey, and all I do is put my life in Jesus' hands. I know that I'm safe with him, and the best relationship that I can have, it's with him. So I will be reading some of the verses that I find important. I will also be including some verses, some parts of a couple of books that I did read. I got into the habit of reminding myself to not be toxic. Got into the habit of, in times where my needs are not met, I will give instead. That's a very good point that I've been learning recently. I feel like it's really important when I feel that I'm not getting everything that I need in that moment. I have to understand, and I have to be able to understand others. It's not just me who's having a difficult time. It's not just me that has up and downs. So sometimes we need to just stop and think about, what about me? What about my needs? And just, switch our minds and say, okay, I will turn this, massive, feeling of needing things, just thinking about yourself, into actually, I'm gonna, give more. That's really important into everything that I do, I found out. There is no limit of how special you are, of what you can do for yourself, but you don't have to be as or stronger than you already are. We need to change the society state of mind, the one that shows us being humble and vulnerability is a dangerous thing to be with others, meaning being vulnerable with others. Many people think that, and that's how society grow in us. It's telling us we just need to suck in and just, put our feelings to the side and we don't practice enough of it. Feelings, emotions are considered too complicated. We got into the habit of putting it to the side instead of accepting them as part of what we are made of. The more we feel, the more we are in contact with our emotions and senses, the more human we are. When you feel someone can't handle or accept you just as you are, by sticking around, you lose yourself. You'll get used to how someone else acts and thinks, and you think that's the only right way. If how someone treats you makes you suffer, makes you feel uncomfortable, and is against what you believe, you need to pick yourself and walk away. Accept that someone is different and could not accept you, love you the way you are, and there is always someone out there who will accept and fall in love with you, even in your vulnerability. Someone who generally puts your needs at the same level as theirs and wants you to be happy. Practice good and good will come to you. This is very important, and I know that many times it's very difficult to walk out of a toxic relationship, and even a relationship with yourself. You're being toxic to yourself, and it takes time to realize that and actually get the strength to change things around. But it's really important, and even it takes time, it's very important that we do get there and realize and actually do something about it. Don't feel the pressure to be strong when you can't be. When the time is right, your heart and mind will tell you so, will help you to do so. Focus in doing the best you can. Forget about perfection. Perfectionism is an illusion. All you have is the moment, the reality. You are living now, and the person you are now is more than enough. I do try to remind myself of that every day. We always want more. Keep searching higher. Reaching, not searching, sorry. We keep reaching higher. And keep thinking the grass is greener on the other side. We lose so much with this mindset. Acceptance is important. Being grateful with what you have is key. And when get into arguments or get bored of something, we need to sit there and solve the situation, solve the problem. Fighting for someone or something while being grateful is part of growing up, I believe. Many times we need to understand many situations are out of our control. No matter how much we want to be in control of something or someone's way of being, we can't, and we just get exhausted trying to do so. You have nothing to prove to others. Your worth and accomplishments, own it to yourself, and then share it with the right people. Most importantly, accept who you are, your emotions. If you have tendency to cry, then you should do so. Don't think you are less worthy. Someone will love you just like that. So accept it, feel it, and the most important step is to let them feelings go. Because you can't let these feelings bring you down or define you. And take control over you, The good and the bad are always connected, and so is sadness with happiness, and so is darkness with light. They don't exist without each other. The key point of everything that I just read is about acceptance, about accepting your emotions. And it's about accepting that times are changing, and no matter what, at the end of the day, you just need that relationship with yourself. You need to accept yourself, need to work for yourself before you go out there and share love, share moments, share anything with others. So, it's been a really tough year for all of us, and many things change. Our mindsets change, our plans changed, and including mine. And I like to say, I have many dreams, just like all of us. And there was many months, most part of the year, I felt really depressed about postponing them. I wanted to make my way again to Japan. I wanted to continue studying Japanese, and I wanted to be closer to my partner, who is all the way in Japan. So in the long term, my mental health gets affected, and I felt really hopeless, especially because we don't know when we can all go back to normal again. Everyday things are changing, and what are we doing here? What's happening? When are things actually going to be fine? But it's really important that I keep reminding myself, this is my dream, and what's happening right now, it's not in my control, and I need to stick up with it. When the time comes, I will have it. I will get my dream to come true. Until then, for example, in my case, I still have the opportunity to work, and this is the time for me to save money. It's the time for me to actually organize my future plans. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Psalm 9:9. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. And lastly, but not less important, Corinthians 16:13. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. So there is a book that I did read quite a long time ago. It's called She Just Wants to Forget. It's small, easy to read, and it's about just picking yourself up after a heartbreak. It's about knowing your worth. You get somehow comfortable and not so lonely when you read the small, I would say, poems. I don't know really the word for it, but no, it's quite small stuff that it makes you recover that love for yourself. It makes you see that you're strong enough to get over it. And I like this one, where it says the following: life doesn't have to be so damn complicated. I think it's important to find the flow that works for you and encourage a stable mental health. A flow that brings you joy and peace, building a life that represents everything you think you deserve, with people who deserve to be part of your life. That's the biggest thing. Being careful about whom or what you give your energy to. And that's very important, I thought. reminding myself, in our daily lives, there's just so many things and so many people that, are gonna stir up, mix our feelings inside and just make us annoyed, upset, makes us go through so many feelings. And we do need to focus in who we are giving our energy to, what importance we are giving to people. So yeah, as she mentions in this book, things don't have to be so damn complicated, and I do try to remind myself of that every day. Even when I feel like I'm getting upset about something or someone, I'm on the way in working on, just stop and let it go, because this is how someone is and how someone is acting. They have their own way of being, and if I'm gonna get upset about what this person is doing, how this person is behaving, I'm just really, affecting my day, affecting how I feel towards the things that I'm doing. So I try to really focus in what I'm doing my best, or focusing what I'm actually doing, because I need to be confident that what I'm doing is right, and it is for the best. And if someone is doing things differently, someone is being unfair, that's just with them, and I cannot let it affect me. I just have to focus, continuing doing my job, doing whatever I'm doing. So yeah, everyone, it was a long one, and I hope you did stick around. If you didn't, I hope still you got something out of it that might have helped you. This is, something that I want to keep reminding myself. Everything that I just said, everything that I just did read to you, it's what I take into my life, and it's something that I wish that I've learned before. It's difficult times, but we have to go through it. We have to, in this case, we actually need to think the grass is greener on the other side, and this other side is, when all of this madness is gone, when our lives can somehow go back to normal, we can start again looking up to something better. We can start working in our dreams and have the freedom to do so. The most important thing now is as like any time before, is to stay safe and be grateful for what you have every day, and just before you go outside, you go and have any kind of relationship, interaction with anyone, just find the time, the confidence in yourself, find the confidence that you can do so, and you will be okay no matter what happens. You need to remind yourself that what is important is that you don't lose yourself. You deserve all the love and care, and many of the times only you can give yourself that. Soon it's gonna be Christmas. I hope everyone has somehow a good time, with family, without family. I know it's gonna be very different for many people this year, but I hope somehow you feel loved by people and you do spend a good time. If you want to know more or want more information about everything that I just read, either to do with the Bible, either to do with my books that I mentioned in this video. I do love to read, to be honest, and I wish I started reading way before. So thank you very much, and be happy And if you're not happy, it's okay as well. Just stay safe, and yeah, see you in my next video.